Hello, my name is Srinivas Gollapudi. I live in the city of Upland, California, which is part of the San Bernardino County. In my experiment, or in my science fair project, I am seeing the optimal pH range and temperature in order for microbial fuel cells to have the maximum efficiency to create the highest electrical current. The Earth is changing, but human development and endeavors has increased this process, and global warming is at the heart of one of these problems. However, in this project, we'll be using Earth-friendly microbial fuel cells, which may, if implemented correctly, can solve some of the world's major problems. I first assembled the microbial fuel cell. I created the anode, the cathode, connected them via a salt bridge, which has been boiled in a mixture of salt water. I then connected the electrodes, which were made using wiring and steel mesh. Then I connected the electrodes to a digital multimeter, which was connected via the voltmeter to the electrodes via alligator clips. I then recorded the results over a 30-minute time period, and I recorded the results over 30-second intervals. I then recorded the results and then analyzed the data. What I found out throughout my experiment was that vinegar performed the best, reaching around 306 millivolts. Lemon juice followed roughly behind, generating around 270 millivolts. Grape juice, however, didn't produce the results that I expected. It generated only around 97 millivolts, which is way below the average. Bases, as I assumed, decreased the millivolt output, mainly due to their corrosive nature. Surprisingly, hot water also reduced millivolt output, which I did not stay in my hypothesis. In conclusion, I found that acids perform with higher superiority than bases, hot, and cold water. Bases also had an interesting pattern. Bases with a higher alkalinity had a slow but strong effect on electrical current. Bases with a low alkalinity had a fast but weak effect on electrical current. As you can see on the graph, sodium hydroxide has the highest pH, but it had a strong effect on millivolt output. However, quite the opposite is true for baking soda and bleach. Hot water may have denatured the enzyme, which could explain why why the millivolt output decreased in hot water. Cold water also decreased millivolt output, and it's been shown in many countless studies that cold water or anything cold reduces millivolt output, and therefore, in our case, electron production is also reduced. My hypothesis was partially supported. I formulated my hypothesis by using research and also some background knowledge I have. I learned that some of the microbes in the mud, or most of them, are acidophiles and thermophiles. Therefore, I stated in my hypothesis that the microbes would perform better, the microbial fuel cell would perform better when exposed to acids and bases. However, my hypothesis was partially right, as only the acids increased microbial fuel cell activity and not hot water. I really hope that this research and data can be implemented into peripheral and rural regions. We can use these results to help families without electricity build these microbial fuel cells and have better access to electricity. Furthermore, adding these solutions can increase electricity production, and therefore homes can use more intensive electrical demands. If this technology can also be implemented in cities and towns where they're powering homes and small businesses, this data can all help. Implementing microbial fuel cells in the real world can help to increase electricity access in peripheral and rural regions, and it can also help decrease our carbon footprint